to my channel. This is J-Max Reacts. Today we're watching a video by Jermaine that says the reason every song is sampled. Now, let's see what he has to say.
In today's music era, you'll notice a lot of artists and a lot of labels do not take risks. And when I say take a risk, I mean make a song that is completely original.
Yep.
You'll notice so many songs are sampled today, and you're probably wondering to yourself, why? Why is every single song coming out sampled? So I thought I would give you guys some insight on why every song is a sample or an interpolation. And let me actually explain to you guys what those are.
Please do.
This is what Google says, but let me explain it to you guys. So a sample is actually when you take audio from another track, like the actual audio in the track, and put it into a new song. And usually you'll manipulate it. You'll kind of slow it down. You'll speed it up. You might chop it up, flip it, reverse it, make it completely different, maybe put a new beat over it. That's what a sample is. But what an interpolation is when you actually take the melody in the other song and you redo the melody, maybe with different instruments, or you re-sing the melody. So it's the same, but it's different. That's an interpolation. A good example of a sample would be Big Papa, because it samples the Isley Brothers. They didn't change the beat. They put the same beat from the Isley Brothers in Biggie's song, and they just added new drums and new percussion over it. So it's pretty much the same. They didn't alter the sample that much. It's the exact audio from the other track. Now, a good example of an interpolation would be Flow Rider Right Round. He used the lyrics and the melody from Dead or Alive, You Spin Me Round, but he re-sang it, he redid it. But it's pretty much the same, so they classify that as an interpolation, not a sample. The reason I had this track pulled up in the beginning of the video was because the Winston's Amen Brother is one of the most sampled songs ever. Everybody uses the drum beat in this song over and over and over on so many tracks. But why do people keep sampling on every song? Let me explain. So in the beginning of the video, I also mentioned labels and artists don't want to take risks anymore. Do you see all these songs? All these songs are sampled songs. Now, what you'll notice in these songs is that most of these songs, the songs they sampled was actually a hit song. This is what I like to call the cheat code. And what I mean by that is an artist using a hit song from the past that was a proven hit in their new song again. It's pretty much guaranteed to be another hit record. Usually, when someone hears something familiar from the past, they're automatically receptive to it. They automatically want to hear what someone did to it. Like, let me see. Okay, I like this old song. Okay. People actually give it a chance. For instance, take this older song from MC Hammer, Can't Touch This, right? The song is sampled from Rick James. She's a super freak. That song was a hit for Rick James. And guess what? It was a hit for MC Hammer too. And guess what? It was a song from Nicki Minaj that she just sampled, and it was a hit for her too. Coincidence? I don't think so. Artists and labels want hits. They don't want to mess around, take a chance, and the song flops. They want a guaranteed hit, and the way to do that is to use something that worked before, and that's why they all sample every time. But what happens is they have to give up a big percent on their track to the original copyright holders, songwriters, and producers of the original song. But a lot of the time, they're willing to take this hit because they know the song is going to work since people are familiar with it. So they don't mind giving up the money just to be able to be seen and be heard, and basically maybe start their career off the song or continue being relevant with their career. What using a sample also does is make people talk about it. Like me, when I do videos on it, everybody's talking about it in the comments. Some people love it, some people hate it. They're like, the original's way better. No, I like the sample. Everybody has an opinion, so this gets everyone talking. It's a conversation starter. So the next time you hear a sample, you'll know that it's the cheat code to a possible hit record. Do I personally agree with people sampling over and over and over and interpolating old songs? I think it's not a bad thing. People always say it's plagiarizing, but what I think it actually does is put money in the original owner's pocket and the new artist's pocket. Even though it might not be much for the person sampling the song, everybody ends up making money from it at the end of the day. And most of the time, everybody from the original track's usually happy that someone is sampling their song. It gives the original song new life. So how do you guys feel about all this?
Okay. At first I was like, nah, I don't think it should be done over and over and over again, because it gets to a point where it's like, ugh, y'all are kind of not doing it well. And I think that's something that I watched a video about it. It had to have been earlier in the year. I feel like I recorded it and probably just didn't put it out, but like it was someone saying how lazy the industry is now, or how producers are lazy with samples. And I have to agree with that, because when they're pulling pieces of these songs and just chopping and splicing and throwing a little drum kit to it, it's like lazy, truthfully, because it's just like, okay, you just ruined something. And then you let trash ass rappers get on top of it, and it's like they're ruining it too, or even singers, and it's like, shut up, just don't do that. I have strong opinions about that, as y'all can see. But I do agree with what he just said about the rights holders of the original songs wanting their stuff to be sampled and wanting to continue having relevance, because it does push you to go back and listen to those songs. I have listened to Walk On By so many more times by Dionne Warwick in the last couple of months because of Paint the Town Red. Not because, you know, the song Paint the Town Red is just so amazing, but because I fucking love Dionne Warwick. As a kid, my granddad played nothing but 70s and 60s soul when we did road trips. So to hear that sample, I was like taken back to being 7 years old on a 4-hour road trip from Alabama to Georgia. So that's you know, why I'm kind of leery of sampling, because I'm like, it reminds me of different times in my life when I hear that initial you know, sample or that initial piece of something from history, and then they start doing something stupid, and I'd be like, the fuck is this? I will say I do like Paint the Town Red. I think that sample was great. And some of the other ones I'm hearing lately, they haven't been horrible, but then there were some that were just trash, just outright, you shouldn't have touched that. And I hate that the rights holder even approved that shit. But yeah, money grabs for sure for that. But this was a good video. Yeah, let me know what some of y'all's favorite samples are out right now. Like, let me, you know, let's chop it up in the comments. But either way, let me know your thoughts on this below. Comment, like, subscribe. Until next time, peace.